Do you feel a heavy weight in your chest the moment you walk into your house? Do you try your best, but it never seems enough to make them happy? If this feels familiar, this video is for you. We're going to explore 10 ways parents unintentionally make their children depressed, and the small, silent ways this shows up at home every single day. A quiet evening. The sun is low, light spilling in soft rays through half-closed blinds. A chair scrapes gently against the wooden floor. You sit at the dinner table, plate untouched, fingers tracing the rim absent-mindedly. Every word you say is measured. Every movement seems to be observed. A parent sighs. A glance, sharp but subtle, says more than words could. Your chest tightens. A small voice inside whispers, "I'm never going to be enough." No yelling. No fighting. Just a home filled with expectation, quiet judgment, and invisible pressure. Parents often make decisions for you. Career, hobbies, even friendships, without considering your feelings. They may say, "We know what's best for you," but what they really do is limit your self-expression. When a child's desires are repeatedly ignored, it teaches them that their own voice doesn't matter. The child begins to question their instincts, feel guilty for wanting different things, and slowly internalizes frustration and depression. Imagine a teenager who loves painting, dreaming of art school, yet their parents insist on a safe career like medicine. Every day is a negotiation between who they are and who they should be to please their parents. Sleep comes uneasy, stomach knots, creativity stifled. Research suggests that constant suppression of personal desires can alter the brain's reward pathways, making joy and motivation harder to access naturally. Am I living for myself, or only for them? Paintbrush untouched beside a sketchbook, sunlight casting shadows over blank pages. Some parents make love conditional on success. You must achieve, obey, or perform to be worthy. This creates a constant stress cycle. Dopamine reward only comes when you meet expectations. Otherwise, anxiety fills the gaps. Children often grow up prioritizing others' happiness over their own. You're the pride of the family, they say, but that means every step must be measured. Grades, sports, obedience. A birthday is not celebration, but a reminder of what's missing. Every accomplishment feels like survival, not fulfillment. Research suggests that excessive pressure can activate chronic cortisol responses, making children prone to anxiety and depression. Who am I when no one is watching? Close-up of a trophy shelf, dust settling over medals, shadows elongating in dim light. Parents may seem distant, cold, or dismissive of feelings. They may smile, nod, or appear attentive, but emotional connection is missing. Children may grow up suppressing feelings, believing their emotions are inconvenient or burdensome. This affects relationships later. Trust, vulnerability, intimacy, all can feel unsafe. A child excited about school or personal achievements receives only a distracted nod. Over time, excitement dulls. They stop sharing entirely. Emotions are stuffed into hidden corners. Emotional neglect can rewire a child's attachment system, fostering insecure attachment patterns and difficulty forming close bonds. Why do I feel alone even when people are near? Empty chair by a sunlit window? Soft shadows of blinds moving slowly dot sometimes. Just being near them triggers tension. A parent doesn't even have to speak. The body reacts. Heart rate rises, chest tightens, shoulders tense. Home, which should be a safe haven, becomes a source of anxiety. Children learn hypervigilance, scanning for criticism, developing chronic stress patterns. A teenager sits on the couch. A parent enters. Body stiffens automatically. Mind goes on high alert. Thoughts scatter. The ability to focus, relax, or feel calm disappears. Research shows that chronic exposure to stress triggers the HPA axis, altering the body's stress response, which can persist into adulthood. How can a place meant for comfort feel so heavy? Child fidgeting with sleeves, tapping foot lightly. Some parents amplify sadness through harsh words, criticism, or passive negativity. When children share feelings and are met with dismissal, ridicule, or indifference, it teaches that emotional expression is unsafe. Depression deepens because the environment reinforces helplessness. "I'm struggling with school," a child says. "You're too sensitive," comes the reply. The child shrinks further. Rooms feel smaller, walls tighter. Repeated invalidation strengthens neural pathways that associate vulnerability with punishment or shame. "Is it me or the way they treat me?" Child lying on bed, staring at ceiling. Small chest movements reflecting shallow breathing. Children imitate coping patterns observed in parents. If parents avoid conflict, suppress emotions, or use unhealthy coping strategies, children internalize these methods as normal. Emotional dysregulation and difficulty processing feelings often result. Parents avoid talking about stress. Child mimics avoidance, then explodes in anger at small things. Guilt and shame follow every outburst. The nervous system mirrors parental behaviors. Chronic observation of poor emotional regulation can embed maladaptive patterns. Why do I overreact when I'm stressed? Hands clenching a desk. Scattered papers. Parents suffering from depression, anxiety, or narcissistic tendencies impact children deeply. Unpredictable moods, lack of emotional validation, or harsh criticism become normalized. Children may internalize instability, increasing their own risk for depression and anxiety. Parent rants unexpectedly. Child hesitates to speak, suppresses feelings, walks on eggshells. Every decision is measured against. The risk of provoking negativity research suggests that children of parents with mental health struggles may develop heightened sensitivity to social cues and increased vulnerability to mood disorders. Am I broken? Or just adapting? Dimly lit hallway, shadows stretching across floorboards. Parents struggling with addiction are often unreliable, neglectful, and emotionally unavailable. Children experience chronic unpredictability, developing hypervigilance, anxiety, and sometimes PTSD-like symptoms. Some may develop their own substance use issues. Parent drunk at the kitchen table. Child tiptoes around them, moderating behavior to prevent conflict. Meals are tense, conversations truncated, laughter rare. Growing up in unpredictable environments can alter the brain's stress response system and emotional regulation capacity. Why do I feel responsible for someone else's chaos? Empty bottles near a sunlit window. Abuse leaves lasting scars. Children internalize shame, fear, and helplessness. Emotional and mental health suffers long-term. Verbal insults echo in memory. Simple mistakes trigger panic. "You'll never be enough" becomes a haunting mantra. Repeated exposure to threats or intimidation primes the amygdala to respond with constant alertness, heightening anxiety and depressive tendencies. Who am I beneath their words? Close-up of hands gripping a blanket tightly. Even if parents aren't the direct cause, refusing help or guidance deepens depression. Children feel isolated, as if seeking support is wrong or shameful. Recovery feels impossible without acknowledgement or validation. You try therapy. Parents dismiss it. You stop talking about feelings. Loneliness grows. Confidence dwindles. Validation and support are crucial for resilience. Lack of emotional scaffolding can perpetuate depressive cycles. Why is it so hard to get support from the people who are supposed to care? Open journal, pen untouched, sunlight falling across pages. Here's where it gets complicated. Many parents love their children deeply. They are doing the best they know. But love does not erase impact. The question isn't blame. It's awareness. Can love hurt, even without intent? Mid-video cliffhanger. Because the most confusing wounds come from people who never meant to cause them. Healing doesn't mean rejecting them. It means reclaiming your mind, your emotions, your life. You're allowed to feel without permission. You can rest without earning it. You can exist without performing. Self-preservation is wisdom, not selfishness. You are not broken. You adapted. You didn't imagine the weight. You carried it quietly, and now you're allowed to set it down, slowly, without guilt, because your life ahead doesn't require you to disappear.